Hey guys, Ben America's Baseball Camp's just going through your swing and swing mechanics from the camp we did in Arizona, and just wanted to touch base on a couple things that I think that we can work on to get better for this season. Thanks for coming to camp, and let's go ahead and get started here. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about your stance. I'm going to talk about our stance from our feet to our head. You're very athletic, but I want you to get more engaged in your swing, and what I mean by that is first thing I want to do is I want to get more athletic. So let's take these knees and really bend those knees and get yourself athletic. Let's spread your feet out just a hair. And again, these are things that I recommend that you try. Doesn't mean you have to do them, but would really encourage you to give them an honest effort to do them for 100 swings and see what you think and see if you get any better results than what you're currently doing. So I would take your feet and spread them out just a hair more. Probably take that front foot, probably put it right about there. And that's just going to give you a little bit more leverage and get your lower half involved a little bit more. So spread your feet out. We're going to be a little bit more bent in our knees. I would also take your hands position right here, and I would take your hands, put them right about there. But more importantly, I would turn my barrel, and I would have my barrel turn more this direction instead of turn the direction it is now. And that's going to create a little bit more of a whip and things for you. So that's just something in your start. Your head's on the ball, which is nice. And that's everything that I see in regards to your start here. So now let's go into our next phase of it, which is more of our launch position. Get into that front foot, that land foot. And this is very important of a couple things. One is you'll notice the first thing is when we land, you'll notice that my knees were too upright. They're not bent. They still need to be bent to this point. But more importantly, we're going to draw a circle around this front foot, and that's called a open front side. And that's a big no-no just because we have no power then, because everything transfers to our arms. When you swing, we're a lot of your arms when we need to be more of your whole body into the ball when we swing. And if you notice right now that your heel is going to be facing the fence over here when I want it to face the guys on deck over here. And you can see that your foot is just turned out. So right now your toe needs to be pointing more towards the first base dugout, and your heel needs to be pointing more towards the third base dugout. And that's going to help you hugely in regards to your power of your swing when you do that. So when you're practicing on a tee, just kind of take your foot and do a stride foot. You'll see that it opens up, but I just want you to practice doing takes like this and just going back and forth with our step and really getting ourselves in a habit of showing almost the pitcher your heel compared to showing the fence over here your heel. So that's going to be very important. The next thing we're going to focus on is this bottom arm. So I'm going to draw a circle around your bottom arm here. You can see as I back it up and slow, what happens is that bottom arm locks out on me. You want to do this at contact. You'll notice right there is we're not hitting the ball back there. At contact, your bottom arm wants to look like that. So if I take the circle out, I'm going to draw this line. It's completely locked your arm. It's going to get you to cast, to be around the ball. You're going to be slow to the ball. You're going to be late on faster pitching and some things, and that's going to be very important to work on that. So this part of your swing, you should still have a nice angle in my bat, and a good drill is what you can do is get a really light bat, like a T-ball bat, even a wiffle ball bat, get some wiffle balls, some tennis balls, something that you can control with one hand, and you take just the bottom hand, and you rest the bat on your shoulder. That's going to give you a good arc and good angle in your arm. And what you're going to do is you're going to take that bat off your shoulder, and you're just going to go right to contact. So someone's going to soft toss you from the side, or you can do some tee work, but you're going to focus on getting extension right at contact and not before, like way back here like it is now, because that's going to make us casting. It's going to make us around the ball. It's going to make us really long to the baseball. So you'll see right there. And that's going to, again, you're going to get away with that on slower pitching, but on faster pitching, it's going to eat you up pretty bad. So something to really work on. You can see as contact comes, this has a nice bend in that front knee, and we need to make sure that that front knee stays firm the whole time. We already talked about the foot. That's a little bit open, and you can fix that. But I would focus on this point of your swing, that your front leg should be more like that in regards to at this point. And then you also need this back foot is not turned, so we need to take this front hip and this back foot and really turn that. So at the end of your swing, I'll draw a little diagram on it. You can see right there, at the end of your swing, I your lower half to look like this. So I want your leg to look like that. You're obviously close it off that front side with that foot. Your back heel is going to be facing to the guys on deck. This leg is fine, but you're going to have a complete hip turn. You're going to take this front hip into this back foot into this front hip. This foot needs to be completely turned right here to get yourself into that front half. And that's going to be hugely important in regards to your swing here. Let's see how you're finished. You can see what I want you to do is I want you to really finish and hold your swing and just kind of freeze and hold it there. So that's going to be really important for you to work on. Let's go ahead and back it up here for the swing before. So we go into this step. You can see that front foot really opens up on us, and they're going to get into all arms. And then that lower arm, you can see is that elbow is pretty locked out. And that's going to make us not have a lot of power. So at contact, we kind of didn't wait for it and let that ball travel a little bit. You can see there's that bend in that front leg that needs to be firm. And you did rotate your backside a little bit more. You can see that foot didn't get all the way turned and rotated right there. It's kind of just like a half turn. So make sure at the end of your swing here, let's go ahead and draw those lines on it again. At that part of your swing, you want this front leg. Let's get a line here. Get this front leg to be completely firm, and you want you can see that toe is pointing more towards the pitcher right now. Let's have it really closed off and show these guys your heel. So that's going to be nice and firm. This can be nice and bent, but we got to have more of a turn of that back foot. That back foot didn't get turned all the way, and really get that firm front side, and then really hold your finish and finish high, and get yourself to be really aggressive through that baseball. You know, sometimes you kind of feel for it and you push it. Just really be explosive through that thing and try to hurt that baseball to go through that thing hard. And getting that lower half more engaged in your swing is going to help you out a ton. So those are the things that I would work on tee, do the soft toss drill. And if you fix those things, it's going to make a big difference in regards to your swing. So just a couple things to work on. Thanks for coming to camp. We hope to see you next year, and have a great season.